It's time for game number 3, and now this series heads back to the nation's capital. Folks, welcome to episode number 20 of the Washington Nationals franchise mode here on MLB 22 The Show. And of course, this series heads back to DC for the first time, actually. It is Mets and Nationals in the National League Championship Series, all knotted up at 1 game apiece. Should be a good one here tonight. The pitching matchup features Josiah Gray for the Washington Nationals, and as for the New York Mets, it will be the right-hander, of course, in Taijuan Walker. So both teams looking to take that 2-1 series advantage here tonight. And also, folks, if you haven't yet, make sure that subscribe button down below for some more MLB 22 The Show here on the channel. Follow us on the socials as well, in those links down below in the description, Instagram, TikTok, all of that good stuff. But here we go, Mets and Nationals. As for the Nats, by the way, some lineup changes. We're going to be playing Andrew Stevenson in center field against the righty and Walker. Luis Garcia steps back in the lineup playing second base. Vidal Brujan bumps up to 6th. Harrison batting 8th, and also Andrew McCutchen has been sent down to the bench because we don't want him hitting righty-righty. I'd rather have Garcia and Stevenson give it a crack. As of course, you see the first 2 games of this National League Championship Series. Game 1, the Nats win by 1 run, 4-3, and then Game 2, the Mets ended up winning it by 1 run in an absolutely crazy one. Go check out Game 2; it's insane. 8-7 though is your final for the winners, of course, in the Mets. But Josiah Gray looks to shut him down for the first time in this postseason. The Nationals will wear the home white uniforms. We're gonna switch it up. We've been wearing the playoff blues this entire time, but we're wearing the whites here tonight at home. And here comes, of course, one of the rising stars in baseball, Josiah Gray. So far in the postseason for Gray, 1 start, he went 6 innings, ERA of 3, only gave up 4 hits, whip of under 1. Let's see if Josiah can shut down the Mets here in game number 3. Up first for New York will be Starling Marte on the 1-2 swing, and the Mets. Gray's gonna get him on the knuckle curve to start us off. 1 down in the inning now for Dominic Smith, batting second instead of his normal 9th position, and Dom Smith is gonna pop one out to the third baseman in Vidal Brujan. 2 gone now in the inning for JD Davis on the 1-2. Davis hits one to center field right to Andrew Stevenson. It's a 1-2-3 top of the first for Josiah Gray. We now look to the bottom half of the first. Taijuan Walker's the pitcher for the Mets. ERA of 4.5 for 1 start, 6 innings, whip of 1. He gave up 6 hits, 2 strikeouts in that game against the Brewers in the NLDS. He's going to get Tim Anderson, though, who's been on fire in this playoffs, to ground out, roll over to the shortstop right there in, of course, Francisco Lindor. Here's your Nats lineup: Anderson, Soto, Reyes, Bell, Ruiz, Brujan, Garcia, Harrison, and Stevenson. Round out your starting 9 at 1. Soto now comes up on the 1-1 count. Soto gets an outside fastball. That one's carrying deep left field. That ball's up. It's out of here. Juan Soto gets the scoring started here in game 3. His 4th home run of the playoffs. 389 feet. Soto went yard in our last one in an absolutely horrible swing, but this one, he puts the bat on the ball, and Juan Soto puts the Nationals up 1-0 early off the shot against Taijuan Walker. 1 down now for Franmil Reyes, the reigning NL MVP, gonna hit a fastball into center field, calling off the right fielder. Of course, it will be Starling Marte. 2 gone now in the inning for Josh Bell. 1-1 count. Walker deals. Bell on the ground, rolling over to the second baseman in Matt Chirac. We will now go to the second. 1-0 though for the Nats, thanks to solo bomb by Juan Soto. To the top of the second, Pete Alonso gonna get popped down the slider. Gray kind of hung it, but still Alonso gonna pop one back into the infield. Gray gonna take it himself. 1 gone in the inning for the switch hitting shortstop in Francisco Lindor. 1-2 count. Lindor on the ground. Bell dives, but that one's gonna get over the diving glove of Josh, and Lindor is gonna be on with the 1-out single. Now Chirac comes up with the 1-2, probably butchering the name, but he'll be on with a 1-out single as well, hitting one to right field. Runners on first and second now for the Mets, and Mark Canha's now up on the 2-2, batting .417 in the playoffs. That average is only gonna rise as Canha's gonna knock in a run, and just like that, the Mets tie this one up at 1-1, and now they've got runners at the corners for the third baseman in Eduardo Escobar. 1-2 count. Escobar on the ground, going to Luis Garcia. He's gonna flip it over to Anderson. Anderson, the spin, and he's got it to Josh Bell. What a turn by the Nationals to keep this one at 1-1. Escobar, of course, stranding 2 runners on that double play turn. Keibert Ruiz gonna lay off the bottom of the second, hitting one to center. There's Starling Marte. 1 gone in the inning. And also, just a quick real-life Nationals update. Again, we lose the Marlins. Another one. I mean, my goodness, Maikel Franco almost hit a bomb to end it. He only gets a single out of it. And then, I mean, the entire 8th inning was ridiculous. Just a terrible ball game at the Nationals, and honestly not their fault tonight. It was just nothing went our way, and the Nats are now what, 6-14, 6-13. It sucks being a Nationals fan, as Josh Harrison's gonna fly out into center field. Yeah, I hate it here. And now I gotta wake up tomorrow and spend my afternoon watching Patrick Corbin pitch. So it doesn't get much better than that, right? Anyways, we go to the top of the third, and Josiah's going to force the pop out right there for Carson Kelly. But now the leadoff hitter, of course, is Starling Marte, is going to walk to run first with one out for Dom Smith, and Smith swing and a miss. Josiah sets him down in the circle change, 2 gone in the inning for JD Davis, and on the 1-2, Davis falls to the knuckle curve. Get him out the inning. We go to the bottom of the third, 1-1. Andrew Stevenson getting his first debut of the postseason. Andy Steven in deep center field. Oh, all the way to the track. Starling Marte is going to put down Stevenson. 1 down in the inning for Tim Anderson on the 3-2 count. Anderson into center field. The man keeps on hitting. Anderson's going to be on with a 1-out single. Yeah, you better get back to first. Anderson, though, is going to be on first for Juan Soto. He went yard in his last at-bat. This time, they'll walk him. Runners on first and second. 1 out for Fran Mil Reyes on the 2-2. Reyes. Oh, why did we swing at that? I don't know. It's going to be a double play turn for the Mets, and just like that, we go to the top of the fourth inning. The Nats get nothing in the third. Pete Alonso up first for New York, and a hit one high in the air in a deep center field, but there will be the former LSU product in Andrew Stevenson. Andy Steve's got it. 1 gone for Francisco Lindor. 2-1 count. Gray deals. Lindor hits one right back up to the mound. Gray himself over to Josh Bell. 2 up, 2 down in the top of the fourth. Let's see what Matt Sherratt can do. The lefty on the 1-2 digs one down in the dirt, but still hits one to Luis Garcia. 1 second baseman gets out the other as we go to the bottom of the fourth inning. Still 1-1. Josh Bell up first in the 1-2. Why did we swing? I cannot tell ya. Bell's gonna pop out to Eduardo Escobar. 1 gone in the inning for Keibert Ruiz, batting 170 in the playoffs, and that average, okay, never mind. I thought Walker was gonna take it himself instead. Close play. Yeah, Ruiz is out. Oh, Chirac made a good play. 2 down for Vidal Brujan. Brujan on the 1-1 count hits one to center field, but it will be caught by Starling Marte. To the top of the fifth, still knotted up at 1. Gray goes back out for his 5th inning of work. Mark Canna's 1 for 1 in this game. He'll now be 1 for 2. Josiah's got the circle change working tonight. 1 down in the inning for Eduardo Escobar on the 1-2 count. Escobar ropes one to second base. Luis Garcia is going to bobble, but he picks it up, makes the throw to Josh Bell. 2 up, 2 down. Let's see if now Gray can set down Carson Kelly, and Kelly takes an absolutely horrible swing. Tim Anderson puts him away on the pop out to the bottom of the 5th. Up first for the Nats, it will be Luis V. Garcia, and Garcia is going to get locked up on the slider. 1 down for Josh Harrison on the 2-1. Harrison going to get jammed up and in on that slider. Taking it will be Starling Marte in center field. He's all over the place tonight, but 2 down for Andrew Stevenson. Almost hit one out his last at-bat. This time, though, just gets locked up with a 12-6 curveball right down the center of the plate. So we go to the top of the 6th. Up first for the Mets is going to be Marte. He flies one to Soto, so still, this game just stuck at 1-1, it feels like, because again, the Mets and Nats both working well defensively. And then you got Josiah Gray and Tyron Walker both pitching really well as Dom Smith grounds out, and JD Davis is going to follow that same fate because there's Luis Garcia over to Josh Bell. Josiah with 6 innings of 1-run baseball. Tremendous job for him. Tyron Walker still in the game for the Mets, but Tim Anderson is still doing his thing. It's his 2nd hit of the game. He had a single in his last at-bat, this time the double. Anderson's on with the leadoff double, and now Juan Soto comes in on the 2-1 count. It's Walker's 70th pitch, and Juan! No doubt about it on the slider up. Don't hang one in Juan Soto's box. Juan Soto to deep right field, way up and way out of here. 398 feet for the chosen one. It's his 2nd home run of the game. He's got all 3 runs scored for the Nats. I mean RBI, but still, you know what I mean. Juan Soto goes yard. Tim Anderson with a double on the at-bat previous. It's 3-1 for the Nats here at home. And now in the pitch for the Mets is going to be Sean Reed Foley. So Walker's day is done. In comes the 6'3", 230 right-handed pitcher for Fran Mil Reyes in the 2-2. Reyes is going to strike out, though, on that slider away by Foley. So 1 gone in the inning for Josh Bell on the 2-1 count. Bell! Perfect deep center. See you later. Josh Bell adds on to the lead for the Nats. 4-1 now in the bottom of the 6th. 430 feet from Josh Bell, switching first baseman, putting an absolute ride into that one. It's 4-1 now for the Nats. They go up by 3, and in a game like this, where the Nationals pitching is doing so damn well, these 3 runs are probably going to make up. I mean, this is the deciding factor in this game. We'll see if the Mets can score, but this is a huge run right now for the Nationals as Keibert Ruiz is going to pop one out into center field to Starling Marte. Again, 4-1 though for the Nats right now is absolutely crucial. Vidal Brujan on the 1-1, lines one to center field, and Brujan again checking into this game with yet another base hit. He's been so good in this entire playoffs. And now Luis Garcia comes up on the 1-1 count. Garcia on the ground rolls one to Pete Alonso, but still the Nats have done the damage. It's 4-1, and Josiah Gray's coming back to the top of the 7th. Sit him down. Pete Alonso gets set down in the circle change looking. Francisco Lindor down the 2-1 though is going to hit one into center field. That ball will get down in front of Stevenson. It'll be a 1-out single right there for Lindor. Chirac now comes up on the 3-1 again, probably butchering the name, but he walks, and just like that, tying run to the plate. So short leash for Gray. We're going to bring in Alex Reyes. The former St. Louis Cardinal has been absolutely tremendous in this playoffs. I mean, he won every single game in the NLDS. His first appearance in the NLCS will be a 3-2 pitch, and he sets down Mark Canha. Huge pitch by Reyes. Eduardo Escobar, another 1-2 hits one at Luis Garcia. Garcia to Anderson, and Reyes gets us out of the jam. Oh my goodness, the bullpen play has been crucial in this series for the Nationals. Not looking at you, Luis Avilan, but everyone else. We go to the bottom of the 7th. Harrison strikes out, and now Andrew Stevenson's going to just barely hit one into left field. That ball will be caught by Mark Canha. 2 gone now in the inning for the top of the order, which means Tim Anderson on the full count. Anderson kind of gifted fully one right there as bare hand. Oh my goodness, Lindor. Showing off I'm not even the glove, but showing off the bare hand right there. We go to the top of the 8th inning. Alex Reyes still pitching for the Nats, but that one's lined to left field, left center field. It will be a leadoff double for New York. And now we're going to take Reyes out. Instead, we'll bring in the lefty and Genesis Cabrera. 3 2/3 pitch so far in the playoffs. ERA of nothing. Let's see if Cabrera can keep it that way and help out Alex Reyes' ERA in the process. Well, that one's going to be up the middle, and that one's going to be taken by Tim Anderson. Marte, of course, the batter. Kelly moves on over to third. Dom Smith now in the 2-2. Lefty. We hang a curveball, but Smith hits it to Vidal Brujan. 2 gone in the inning. Can JD Davis, the DH, pick up the Mets? Lefty-righty on the 2-2. Hits one in the right. It's past Luis Garcia. And the Mets get one back now in the top of the 8th. It is 4-2. Pete Alonso represents the tying run on the full count. He strikes out again. Get his ass out of here. We go to the bottom of the 8th. Juan Soto at first. Why we swung at that pitch by Reed Foley, I don't know. Way too late on the fastball, up and in the hands. 1 gone now in the inning for Franmil. Reyes on the 1-2 count. The Franimal strikes out yet again. So, I mean, Reyes and Alonso, both these two teams, power hitters, really struggling in this game. Josh Bell almost got a hold of that fastball up, but it will be caught in center field by Marte. To the 9th inning. Coming out for the save yet again is Jonathan Loaizaga, looking for save number 4 in the postseason. Strikes to walks ratio, though, is horrible. 2 strikeouts, 4 walks in the 2-2, though. He's not going to get a strikeout, but instead Francisco Lindor grounds one to Vidal Brujan. We just need 3 outs, and there's one of them. So now to the plate, Matt Chirac on the 1-2 count. He hits one to left field. I mean, this guy's been belting the baseball in this game. Chirac gets one to fall past Josh Harrison. Ground rule double. Tying run back to the plate. It's Mark Canha on the 2-1. Canha into right. Soto is there. Runner stays put at second base. The Mets are down their final out. The batter's Eduardo Escobar on the 2-2 count. Escobar in the left. Josh Harrison is under it. And the Washington Nationals are going to take a 2-1 series lead here in the NLCS. Huge victory for the boys from DC. You can put a curly W in the books. And the Nats go up 2-1 over their NL East rivals. Again, this improbable, this unlikely 89-win Washington Nationals team are now 2 games away from returning to the World Series. And they got to get it done, man, because game number 3, going on the mound for the Mets, very hittable pitcher in Jordan Yamamoto. For the Nationals, it will be Steven Strasburg pitching his first game since game number 5 of the NLDS. But again, the Nats are your winners here. In game 3, they get out hit 7-6 by the Mets, but that doesn't matter. We still win the game 4-2. Loaizaga gets save number 4. Josiah finally picks up his first win in the playoffs. And again, the Nats are just 2 games away from advancing back to the Fall Classic. So folks, thank you all for watching episode number 28 of the Washington Nationals franchise mode here in MLB 22 The Show. If you haven't yet, though, make sure that subscribe button down below for more. Double uploads should resume again tomorrow, so be on the lookout for that. Blue Jays World Series coming on Saturday. Should have some Diamond Dynasty going up tomorrow. Thank you all for watching, folks. Make sure to leave a like if you are enjoying the series as well. And Mamba forever.